Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. Hogwarts Legacy just received a new update on the PlayStation 5. My name is Markus, let's talk about this. And patch 104 is addressing a lot of issues on the PlayStation 5, but I'm mostly interested in fixes for the technical issues what I found when I tested the game for the very first time. We had a lot of stuttering, additional stuttering in all the performance modes, in the 30 FPS mode, in the balanced mode, and also in the performance mode. So I was curious if this is now fixed, and there was also the issue with the flickering light. So let's have a closer look on that. Okay, so let's start talking about frame rate, and what I found is during my testing that especially the 30 FPS fidelity mode now runs with less stuttering. So don't get me wrong, there is still some additional stuttering, or let's say like this, it feels like the picture freezes for a very short amount of time, but it is much better than before. The next on my list is the 40 FPS balanced mode, but unfortunately I think that there's no difference to the previous version of the game. So this patch doesn't improve the balanced mode in my opinion. We have a lot of additional stuttering and this feels exactly the same as it was before. Okay, let's just quickly talk about the 40 FPS balanced mode with uncapped frame rate and why I think this is a very bad idea to use this mode on a PlayStation 5. As you can see here right now, this mode runs, let's say, between 40 and 45 FPS, which of course is a little bit higher than the balanced mode with 40 FPS. But there's a problem, because even right now VRR is actually enabled on the PlayStation 5 to achieve a higher frame rate than 40 FPS in the balanced mode. You will have a lot of additional stuttering, and this is because we are right now outside of the VRR range from the PlayStation 5. Which is, by the way, 48 FPS to 120 FPS, and unfortunately, compared to the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5 does not support a hardware LFC, hardware low frame rate compensation. That means everything below 48 FPS right now will just turn off VRR and you will have a lot of stuttering because the screen right now is changed to 60 Hz, but the game runs in 45 FPS, and that means stuttering, 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 and therefore this mode is a very bad idea to use on the PlayStation 5. The 60 FPS performance mode runs almost without any issue. And when I'm talking about almost, I'm talking about very minor stuttering. I wouldn't even call it stuttering, I would like to call it freezes. And the problem is I can't show you this because all what you can see here right now is actually a perfect 60 FPS frame rate. But there is from time to time very minor, very rare freezes, and the whole game stops for a couple of milliseconds and then it continues. Very hard to describe. Maybe it has nothing to do with frame rate at all. Maybe it has something to do with loading textures or assets or whatsoever, but this is a very weird behavior. Not a big deal. I really think the 60 FPS performance mode is improved, but there's still some kind of freezes going on. And now let's talk about the high frame rate mode, and this mode suffers as the other modes from freezes from time to time. Very minor and rare, but you can feel it and you can see it actually on the screen. Very hard to record, and I'm still not quite sure if this is related to frame rate or something else, but it is still not perfect. In terms of maximum frame rate, that's of course the mode to go, but in terms of graphical visual quality, I still recommend the balanced mode. And now let's move on to another annoying bug in this game, and unfortunately this one is still not fixed. If you watch very closely the top of my screen, then you can see what I'm talking about. This flashing light was also present in the previous patch, and it's still not fixed, unfortunately. It is very annoying. It's not just happening here, it's happening in with all the bright objects, almost all the bright objects in the game. When you move your camera, you can have this very bright flashing light or flashlight. I don't know how to call it actually, but it is, as you can see, very annoying. Okay, my friends, so what is my take now from the latest patch in Hogwarts Legacy on the PlayStation 5? And yes, they improved especially the performance modes, a lot in my opinion. It is much better playable now, but there's still an issue going on with this, yeah, I would say kind of freezes from the picture. I'm not quite sure if this is a frame rate related issue, because it feels different, and it's very hard to record actually, to capture this. In terms of technical issues, I was actually hoping that they fix this flashing light what you have from time to time, what I showed you, because this can be very annoying. But unfortunately, this issue is still not fixed, and I just hope that Warner Brother is taking care about this, because it is really annoying, even more annoying than the very minor frame rate or freezes from the picture, whatever you like to call it. In terms of technical quality, I think we're actually on a good way with this game, because if you're just considering how long it actually took to fix Horizon Forbidden West, it's not that bad. Thanks for watching.